Hello everyone. Today class number 18. Class number 18 for EMFT. Class number 18 for EMFT. Okay. So today I will start topic number 11, that is determination of D for different cases. So for 11, top first one, for a point charge system. For a point charge system. Okay, so we for this topic, that the point charge system, always remember, for a point charge system we have to consider a spherical system. We have to consider a spherical coordinate system. Okay, so let us consider, right? Let us consider a point charge capital Q. Let us consider a point charge capital Q be placed at the origin. Okay, be placed at the origin. To find capital D vector, next line, to find capital D vector, so actually we are taking a point charge capital Q at origin. Okay, at origin O. And now write, to find D vector at a distance r, to find D vector at a distance r from the charge, we have to consider a spherical surface. So from the charge we have to consider a spherical surface with radius r. So we have to consider a spherical surface with radius r. Okay, so to find the intensity or find the electric flux density at the point P, which is a distance from origin by a distance r, then we have to consider a sphere. Okay, having a radius r. Okay, then we can write by definition capital Q equals to closed surface integration of D dot ds. Okay, we can write D dot ds. Okay, so what is ds now? ds along r cap, ds along ar cap, right? ds along ar cap. So for cylindrical coordinate system, for spherical coordinate system, it will be r square sine theta d phi ar cap. Okay, so capital Q equals to, you can write D vector taking outside, double integration, this closed surface integration, making a double integration over here, r square sine theta d phi ar cap. Okay, so now here are two differential items, d theta and d phi. For theta equals to 0 to pi and phi equals to 0 to 2 pi. And for phi, if we integrate it, then what happens? It will become 2 pi. And if we integrate this sine theta over this sine theta is 0 to 2 pi, under this one we have 2. Okay, so last class I am discussing it. So d vector equals to what? Q by 4 pi. Okay, yeah, 1 r square there, so 4 pi r square. Okay, so d vector equals to 4 pi r square into ar cap. So r square taking outside, ar cap also taking outside. This sine theta d theta will produce this 2 and this d phi will produce 2 pi. Okay, so this d pi is under the integration of 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi, that will give 2 pi, and 0 to pi under this integration 0 to pi, sine theta d theta will give 2. So your answer will be d vector equals to q by 4 pi r square into ar cap. Okay, so which is your first case. And for a point charge, now it is a line charge system. For a line charge system, now I will move to a line charge system. Okay, so for a line charge system we have to consider the coordinate system looks like a cylinder. Okay, for a line charge system, now we are considering a line charge system, and this line is along z axis. Okay, this line is along z axis. So around this z axis we are taking a cylinder. We are taking a cylinder. Okay, having radius rho. and over this surface cylinder, over this cylinder we consider a surface ds. Okay, over this surface we are considering ds. Okay, so now what is, so this is a line, right? This is a line, and we are taking a cylinder having a radius rho, and we have to find the electric flux density over this ds vector. Okay, so a small surface ds vector. So q enclosed equals to what? Or total charge q, only q we can write. Total charge q equals to what? Rho l into l, because we are taking this length is l, and the per unit length charge will be rho l, that is coulomb per meter. Okay, unit will be coulomb per meter. So rho l is the line charge density and l is the total length. So and multiplied them, it will give the total charge rho l into l. Okay, so now according to the Gauss's theorem, can we write it? Closed surface integration d dot ds equals to q enclosed, and here our capital Q, which whatever the charge, because we know E dot ds equals to q by epsilon naught, right? Q by epsilon naught, and here it will d, and d means what? D vector by epsilon naught. If we put E equals to d by epsilon naught, replace it, then instead of E you can write, replace d vector by epsilon naught, and epsilon naught will cancel out themselves. So the integration remains this one. Okay, and rho means q means rho l into l. So closed surface integration d taking outside, and into ds vector equals to rho l into l, and this dl vector is having this ds vector. What is the direction of this ds vector? This ds vector along directed along a rho cap. Always remember, this is your a rho cap and this is your ds direction. Okay, so this a rho cap direction, which is nothing but the radial direction, and we know a circle, the radius is always perpendicular on this surface. Okay, on the circumference. So that's why the radius is always perpendicular on the surface. So the what is the surface direction? So surface direction always perpendicular. So that's why this ds direction is nothing but arrow direction. Okay, so this ds direction is nothing but equal to arrow direction. So here the ds actually, which is directed along rho. Okay, so if we segregate it in case of your cylindrical coordinate system, then it will give rho d phi dz. Okay, along a rho cap equals to rho l into l. Okay, so now we are segregating this integration into two parts, that is for d phi and dz, and for phi equals to 0 to 2 pi, which is azimuthal angle, and z equals to 0 to l, because over this z axis this line is exist, and the length will be from 0 to l, the total length that will be from 0 to l. And if we integrate it, then what happen? D vector into rho into 0 to 2 pi, that is d phi. So d phi means 0 to 2 pi, under this 0 to 2 pi, d phi means 2 pi into rho into dz. So rho taking outside, and dz means what? It will give your l, right? It will give your l equals to rho l into l. L will cancel out from that. So d vector equals to what? Rho l by 2 pi into rho. So d vector equals to rho l by 2 pi rho, and direction will be a rho cap, and direction will be a rho cap. Okay, so here will be the direction a rho cap. Okay, and for infinity one and for infinity length, it will again see there is no l terms, that is it is rho l, it is a line charge density, and this rho is nothing but the radial direction. Okay, and 2 pi is constant, so there is no l part. So irrespective of the length, whatever the length, it will just constant, that is this d value is independent on the length of the conductor. Okay, so this is your second one, and this is your second one. Now I will move to third system or third part of this, for a sheet of charged system. So For a sheet of charge, we have E vector equals to what? For sheet of charge, E vector equals to what? Rho s by 2 epsilon naught, right? So whatever the proof I have done by this way, just refer to that proof. Okay, so by referring to that proof, we have this one, and now we are applying just d vector by epsilon naught equals to E, and just replace. So it will become d vector equals to rho s by 2 epsilon naught into epsilon naught. So epsilon naught cancel out. So rho s by 2. So your d vector equals to rho s by 2. Okay, and direction will be what? Az cap. Direction will be Az cap. Okay, this is your formula, and just follow the reference, that the proof of this one. Okay, the proof of this one, E vector equals to rho s by 2 epsilon naught into Az cap. Okay, so now please write one conclusion for this third case. Please write one conclusion for this third case. For a capacitor, okay, what is the capacitor? Capacitor has two plates, right? Capacitor has two plates. First one is positive charged, one plate is positive charged and another plate is negative charged. Okay, so this it is a sheet of charge and it is another sheet of charge. Okay, so capacitor means what? Capacitor means two sheet of charge having a small distance and filled with a insulator inside them. Okay, filled with a insulator. So within this there is a insulator. Okay, there is a insulator. So for this one, d vector equals to what? Plus rho s by 2, and for this one it will be, so it will d plus and it is d minus, because the flux density at positive plate and flux density at negative plate, it will be minus rho s by 2. It will be same Az cap, it will have same Az cap. Okay, so d vector, complete d vector equals to d plus minus of d minus. Okay, this is your formula. Okay, d plus minus of d minus. So what will be your final answer for a capacitor? For a capacitor, d vector equals to rho s by 2 into 2 Az cap, because this multiply my negative will becomes positive, and same thing added by 2, so it will be multiplied with 2. Can we write? So 2 will be cancelled out. So rho s, so d vector equals to nothing but your rho s Az cap. Okay, and similarly E vector equals to what? Rho s by epsilon naught Az cap. So this is your d for capacitor. D for capacitor. So I am writing d for cap. D cap. So d cap means d vector for positive plate, negative with minus of d vector for negative plate. So now if we subtract themselves, then you can get this expression, these two expressions. Okay, so now you have to prove one and then find it and then find it, and then finally applying this formula by applying for this capacitor part, and finally you get these two equations. Okay, so this is your third case, that is for a sheet of charge system. And now I will move to fourth one. That is infinite sheet of charge. That is, sorry, uniform charge sphere. Uniform for an uniform charged sphere system. Okay, so this topic I will discuss in next class, so please wait for next day. I will discuss it, and I am telling that among these four system, this is most important. This is VVI for your exam purpose. Okay, for your exam purpose, this is very much important. Always remember. So next day I will discuss it step by step. Please follow. And today class is up to this much. Thank you. Okay, thank you.